You may now begin your presentation.
What do killer jackets, non-stick pants, and makeup have in common? Forever chemicals. PFAS are toxic chemicals used by industries for more than 70 years in products we use every day. And these are because of their properties. They are resistant to water, to heat, extremely durable. But precisely what makes them durable and useful for industries makes them dangerous. They remain in the environment and in our bodies for decades. And this exposition is linked to health risks, such as cancer and developmental issues in children. In Europe, we have over 23,000 contaminated sites, one of the largest environmental crises we faced. However, for decades, the only method for detecting PFAS was laboratory. Accurate, but slow, complex, expensive. This maintained PFAS invisible. And now we have a new European regulation that requires monitoring frequently, but with the current system, is simply not sustainable. We need fast information to take action.
We are PuriFast, an early warning PFAS detection system, combining a portable sensor and AI-powered software. Our sensor can be used by anyone. With just a drop of water, it gives results in under 3 minutes. So how does it work? Collect your sample, mix it with our reagent, and load the kit. When the color changes, you see contamination. And with the reader containing a spectrophotometer, you get the actual numbers to support compliance. With PuriFast, collect, read, decide, right on the spot. The software is where we transform this data into early warning alerts. Our software does not just detect contamination, it learns from it. Based on historical information, AI-powered analytics predict when the values would rise and when to take action. We flag risks before they even become legal violation. Once we get our patent, we intend to outsource manufacturing and supply through direct channels and lab alliances.
The global PFAS testing market is valued at around 1 billion euros, with 500 million euros concentrated in European markets alone. We have estimated our SOM to be around 38 million euros. With upcoming regulation, the market is expected to rise with more than 14%. In fact, we have forecasts until 2040 because PFAS monitoring is not temporary, it's a long-term necessity. Sensors do exist in US and Canada, but none of them have real-time monitoring capabilities combined with the software built specifically for European regulations. PuriFast does. We offer a B2B subscription model divided into 3 tiers for our clients. First is the premium kit for our water suppliers, who are the most heavily impacted sector under the EU PFAS law. We provide them with monthly sensing kits, along with full access to our Sentinel software, which includes predictive alerts, anomaly detection, and automated compliance report generation. Second is the business kit for industries who require strategic and periodic monitoring, like food, pharmaceutical, and wastewater management industries. We provide them sensing kit along with limited capabilities in the software. And then we have the base plan, which offers just the sensors in case our client need to extend their monitoring capabilities to additional monitoring sites.
But our path to this stage started not with companies, but with communities. Back in 2025, we organized workshops and awareness campaigns that reached over 3,000 people, including local experts and movements such as Mama No PFAS. From them, we were better able to understand the real needs of those affected most by the PFAS crisis. From there, our next step was to partner with several accelerator programs, namely the Arcus Alliance, the Helsinki Incubators, and the MIT X Design Program, which awarded us a beautiful office space in Venice. For our technology, we were awarded a research grant from the University of Padova and are actively developing the sensing technology as we speak. To do so, we're aided by 3 expert PFAS advisors and a mentor from Italy's National Research Council. They have helped to expand our network to include experts and industry partners. We've actually met with several local water suppliers, most recently, who've expressed interest with working us in the near future. By 2027, we're targeting a TRL-7 prototype. From there, we patent, incorporate, and go to market. By 2028, we expect 35 clients. By 2029, we reach our break even. Finally, in 2030, wide-scale European distribution and outsourced manufacturing. To do all this, we're seeking an investment of 400,000 euros.
And how did we achieve all of this in less than 2 years and from scratch? The key? Our multidisciplinary team, combining science, engineering, economics, and sustainability. PFAS is a real problem. We are not here promising a miracle that will erase PFAS by tomorrow. We can't. But we are creating a solution to ensure healthy and environmental safety, providing monitoring, information, an essential step for a PFAS-free future. Do you want to be part of this? Thank you.
So we will begin straight away the question and answer session. I recall only judges may ask, and judges, please raise your hands if you wish to ask. Anna Sofia on the left and Alessia on the right will provide you with the mic. So, please.
Hi. Thank you very much for the presentation. I have a very, I don't know, maybe big question for you. I actually didn't understand who is your customer.
Okay, so we are based in the European regulation. We identify the need, and now the main source of contamination is through drinking water. So that's why the European regulation requires water suppliers to now monitor PFAS frequently. So our first customers is water suppliers. We have 3 types of kits. The first one is the premium one for water suppliers, and then also because of the regulation will change to other sectors, will include pharma, other sectors that will also monitor PFAS. But the main one will be water suppliers.
And if I can add something, sorry. We decided strategically to target water suppliers, first because obviously they need to, the regulation needs that. And second, because they're a multiplier. By targeting water suppliers, we can reach up to 35 municipalities. Imagine how many families can be impacted by that.
One clarification from my side, the regulation you're talking about is an European regulation which needs to be applied to each European country, or at what level of is right now?
At this now, 2026, all member states will require monitor PFAS frequently. All drink water suppliers. Yes, all the European Union.
Exactly, as well, yes. Thank you.
Sorry if I can add. Actually, it's a European directive, the 1784 of the 2020, which was approved in 2020. And right now, it needs like transposition in every member state. Like, for example, the Italian law introduced some very strict limits.
Okay, I want to ask, how are you protecting your technology? Who owns this technology? And if you already raised some money?
Okay, I can answer that. So thank you for your question. So that was something that we were concerned about, and we already took some actions. So first of all, we won some grants from the university, but our technology is innovative technology, didn't start as a research within the university. We started as a project as PFAS. So yes, we work in the lab of the University of Padua, but we are not legally blinded to that, meaning that we fully own the know-how. And once we have a minimum value product and we're gonna do the field testing, we're gonna strictly go to the patent that is gonna be ours, not the university.
Also, if I can add to that, for the software part also, the models will be trained in-house by us, and the sensor data, which is owned by us, so no one can also like take our platform. It is like the software and the models, they are all owned by us, trained in-house by us only.
And the last point, if I'm not mistaken, you were asking if the money, right? Exactly, yes, we won a grant. So now we are in the first stage of bootstrapping strategies, let's put it this way. So we're using the grant for the R&D. Once we have the TRL 4 that we're working right now, we're gonna go to the field testing with the water suppliers that are gonna already said that they're available for us. And once we have reliable data, TRL 7 in field, in situ, after that, we're gonna ask for the investment.
Okay, no. Sorry.
Go.
Okay. No, thank you so much. This is an incredible problem, I think. In the fund, the VC fund where I work, we also invested in a company that actually tries to destroy the molecule. It's called Oxyle. It's based in, you know the company? Cool. Okay. Then maybe we can talk and I can introduce them to you. So one point is water suppliers for sure will be your first huge chunk of the market, but maybe you can do some prototype and testing with these kind of companies like Oxyle, for instance, trying to, detect and solve the problem at the beginning of the...
Yes. Yes, thank you very much for your question. That's why we already also look for the network, because PFAS is not just a one-actor solution.
No, yes.
We need to do a partnership with them. For example, we also went to replacing PFAS. Now the industry, there are many different solutions for PFAS, but ours are supporting the solution. For example, the filtration of PFAS needs monitoring for knows when the filtrations is exceeding. Exactly. So we have also considering that kind of partnerships.
And the other point
I have to cut it because we have run out of time. I think there is one last question. I encourage the judges to make straight questions and not comments. There will be time for networking after.
How to validate the reliability of the test?
How we're going to do it? Or are we going to... We already did it in the lab. So right now, the validity, so we are in trial 3/4, meaning that we already reached the validity on a scale nanograms per liter, which is much more precise than the one of the regulation.
How many tests did you do it so far?
Now it's time is really expired, so judges, please join me in thanking UNIPD for their presentation and artwork. Guys, you can take your seats.